So you see, when you don't put on your camera, network also says goodbye, isn't it? So kindly, you need to just switch on your camera when you are joining for the class. And also, many of you have joined the class with your proper name, class, proper name and section. But the format that was given, still it is not the same. Like I can see one of the examples of 6th E, Suyash Srivastav. He has put star, then other symbols are there. Kindly don't do that. It has to be very, very simple. It has to be your class and section, comma, space, your name, a comma, space, your roll number. That's it. If this format you are following, it will be better for you. Okay? Otherwise, your teacher, your class teacher will definitely call you and will inform you that it's not the right way you are joining the class. There are chances that you can be removed. Okay, so kindly follow the pattern that was sent to you. Okay, maximum students have joined the class with the same format, the name, class name and roll number, but there are still many of you not joining the class with the same format. Class, section, name, roll number. Please do follow this pattern. Okay. Now, one of the students asked me that there is no option like rename. Let me tell you, when you join the class, when you move to the Zoom link, there is a login point where you are entering the meeting ID and passcode. So first of all, you will enter the meeting ID. Just below that, there is your name option. Okay, so there you will rename yourself if you are not entering or logging in with the same ID, same pattern of the name. Please make it correct. After that, when you will join the class, it will ask for the passcode. If you are directly joining from the WhatsApp place where the link was sent, then there is an issue that you will not be able to rename yourself. So for that, just write the meeting ID and passcode in a paper, and then directly through the Zoom link, you join the class. Once you will do it, and later it will take your name as it is, as you have entered. Okay? Yes, Aradhya Shukla.
Miss, there is an option to rename in the participant. Miss, when we will click our name, there will be showing that raise hand and lower hand, and down it will be show that rename.
Okay. You can rename yourself from your point, means after joining the link also. There are 3 dots, I think, to lower your hand, mute yourself, stop video, all these things. So in that, you can see that option is there, rename yourself. Okay, so those who are not joining with the proper name, please do that. Okay, but not now. Later on, you can do it. Okay, let's move on with the next topic, and we were to discuss about the cell theory. Okay, but I think we should move on with the cell theory in the next period. Should we start it today or next period? Next period. Anunay Ojha, did you understand what we have discussed? By hiding, Anunay? All right, so those students also have any query regarding the topic that we have discussed. We have discussed a very small topic today, and the topic was the introduction to the cell, where you have learned that cell is the smallest basic unit of life. It is considered to be the structural as well as the functional unit of life. The small structure constitute the different parts of our body, and what all life activities are performed through our body, it is just because of the cells which are present in our body. And it's very important to note that our body doesn't have only one cell. There are millions of cells which make our body. Whether it is a plant body or an animal body or a human being, any living organism, it is a multicellular body. There are millions of cells present in our body. Okay, and each part of our body has different specialized cells which have different structures. Okay, and these cells help in performing various functions. Okay, so this is the reason we consider the cell as the basic structural and functional unit of all the living organisms. Okay. Then we have also discussed about the invention of microscope. The invention of microscope is linked with the discovery of the cell. As the cell is the very small unit, it is the smallest part or the smallest unit of our body or living organism, smallest unit of living organism. We can say that yes, it is linked with the discovery of or development of the microscope, because without the discovery of microscope, it wasn't possible to study about the cell. As you now know that the cells are very small and they cannot be seen with the naked eye. We cannot see it with naked eye. Okay, therefore the microscope is very, very important. Okay, so the first microscope was a very simple microscope which was developed by Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Okay, and you have marked it in your book that he was the first scientist to develop the microscope. And what was the special function of this microscope? This microscope was able to magnify things up to 300 times of their original size. Okay, so later on, Robert Hooke, an English scientist, he developed a compound microscope. In the simple microscope, the things were visible 300 times larger the size. Okay, but this compound microscope had 2 lenses, so it was a much more clear view with the compound microscope. Okay, so Robert Hooke examined the dead cells of the bark of the tree under the compound microscope, and what did he observe? He observed that inside in this slice of cork, there is the presence of small box-like structures. Okay, these box-like structures you have viewed in your book itself, the cork cells. These were looking like small boxes, and on the basis of this, it was Robert Hooke who termed the cell, okay, in 1665. Okay, the term cell comes from the Latin word cellula, which means small room. Okay, it was looking like small box or small room. On the basis of that, the term cell was given to these small boxes which were visible under the compound microscope. Okay, a cell is said to be living when it contains the cytoplasm and nucleus inside. Okay, but Robert Hooke, when he examined the cell under the microscope, it was not showing these things. Can anybody tell me why it was not visible? Siddhant. Siddhant, just mute yourself and unmute yourself. Yes, Kamya.
Ma'am, because they are very tiny.
No, if it is tiny, then too these different things like cytoplasm and nucleus should be visible. But in this case, it was not visible, no? What may be the reason? The answer is in the sentence itself. Yes, Anshika Yadav.
Miss, because its cell was dead.
Yes, very good. The cell which was observed by Robert Hooke was the dead cell of the bark of the tree. Okay, it was dead cell, so these things were not visible. What was visible? Only the outer part, or the you can say the outermost layer of the cell was visible, and this outermost layer of the cell was made up of cellulose, so that was visible. Okay, so if the cell is living, that means it has to be present inside the living body. If the cell is living, it will be always present inside a living body. Okay, and if the cell is in the living body, definitely it will have cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? What is a nucleus? These all things we'll be discussing in the very next period, when after we discuss about the cell theory, then we'll move on to the structures which are present inside the cell, or which makes the cell. Okay, so then you will be able to understand what is cytoplasm and what is nucleus. Till then, you just need to know that the cytoplasm and the nucleus is present inside the living cell. And these two things, please note it down, please just mark it in your book, that the cytoplasm and nucleus together make the protoplasm. It is in the paragraph number 4. Under the heading discovery of the cell. Why I am asking you to mark these small things in your book, so that your objective type of questions get prepared.
Ma'am, where?
Page number 21. Kamya, just mute yourself. Page number 21. Under the heading discovery of the cell, paragraph number 4. The first para is discovery of cell, second is Robert Hooke, an English scientist, third is cork is the dead bark, and the fourth is a cell is said to be living when it contains the cytoplasm and nucleus, and the cytoplasm and the nucleus together forms, or together make up the protoplasm. Please mark it. Okay, and after that also I have asked you to mark one sentence. What is cytology? That can be an objective question. What is cytology? What do you understand by cytology? It's not that only in the exams which we take in the school it will be asked, but you know, time to time you attempt the Olympiad and other competitions. So in other competitions also these small things, objective type of questions are asked. Though that time you get the options, but unless and until you know the correct answer, how will you move on with the correct option? You need to know the correct answer. Okay, so when you will read, it will help you to know these small things, and with that it will be helping you ahead. Okay, so what is cytology? Cytology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of cells. That is called as cytology. Okay, in the next class we'll be discussing about cell theory. Now let me ask you one question. Last 2 periods I have not shown you any PPT, isn't it? Any slide, any photo or any module, nothing is shown. My question to you is, should we move on the same way as we are doing it now? just straight away from the book. Explanation is done. Do you want that? Or you want to see the module and with that you want to study? No module? Hand to be raised for those who want to study with the module. Okay, maximum of you don't want me to show you the module. Maximum hands are down. So what I'll do, I'll move on with both of it. I'll explain also and I'll show you the module also. Okay. First 20 minutes, I'll just do the explanation part. After that, when we will revise the things, that time I'll show you the module so that the things are much more clear to you. Can you hear the bell? Do you feel good? Very soon you are going to experience it. Okay. In the newspaper, you might be reading what all things are going to be coming up next. So be ready to come back to school. Okay. And if you are getting up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock to attend the class, start getting up by 5 o'clock. If you will come in, be in routine, it will be easy for you to come to school, isn't it? So please practice it from now so that you can come to school within few days. Do you want to come back to school within few days? Okay, I am very happy that you all will come back very soon. So with this, I end up today's session. Hope you have understood what is cell and the discovery of the cell. In the next class, we'll be discussing about the cell theory and other structures which are present inside the cell, and also we'll be discussing about the variation or the variation that is seen in the cell number, shape and size of the cells. All the cells do not have the same shape and all the living organisms do not have the same number of cells present in their body. It varies, okay? So that all things we'll be discussing in the next class. Yes, Ayushi?
Miss, I had a doubt that this compound microscope can zoom more than 300 times.
It can zoom more than 300 times. That is why it was much more easier to study the cell. Okay, because in the first case, in the first microscope which was developed, it was very simple microscope. Okay, so these structures which are present inside the cell, those structures were not visible clearly. Okay, this is why two lenses were used so that it can magnify it much more. Okay, and the smaller structures which are present inside the cell, that can also be studied. It can be seen. Okay, so with this I end up today's session. God bless you all. Hope to meet you very soon.